Hi everyone, I'm audible to you. Khushi, Himanshu, Gopal, Akansa. Hi, Payal, Prachiti, Rasika, Rishi, Santanu. I'm audible to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so last in last session we have discussed about what compiler. Right? So what is this compiler? What compiler does? Yes, guys. Hmm. Acha, what is my programming language?
Translate the source of code.
It translates the source code. What it does, it translates the source code into.
Binary code.
Binary code.
Binary
Okay,
code.
right. So binary code is the language. Can we say binary language is the language which computer or machine can understand only?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Khushi, Payal, Prachiti, Rasika. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
yes. So whatever the programming language we are using. If we are using C, C++, Java, Python, PHP, whatever. Does that language is understandable by machine? Does computer understand that language? Whatever
Yes,
we are
sir.
using. Yes. Payal, Khushi, Himanshu, Gopal, Akansa. What do you think? Does computer understand that language which we are using or
No,
no?
sir.
No.
Okay. So if we want whatever the language we are using to communicate with machine, we want that machine should understand that. So in that case, what we must have to use or take the help of,
Compiler.
right? Very good. So compiler is just like a translator, right? Can we say compiler just like a translator, which will translate the language you are using into the language of machine? Can we say that, guys?
Yes.
Yes, Payal, Kushi, Himanshu,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
can,
sir.
can we say that? Okay. Then we have talked about Python, right? So what is Python? Python is a simple. It is very simple. Why Python is simple? Because Python doesn't support pointer. Okay, in Python you will not get any concept of pointer. And what is the bad thing about like a pointer? In pointer, initially at initial level, at a beginner, it is very difficult, guys, for us to deal with pointer. Okay, it is very difficult. And one more thing about pointer, it is that the pointer, if we are using pointer or concept of pointer, will cause a security problem. It will cause a security problem. Okay, what are the data we have in memory? So pointer is not good for security. It will cause a security issue. Okay, and it will not, it is not in beginning it is not that easy to deal with. So security and difficulty we are getting in the pointer. That's a Python doesn't support pointer. It will not support like a pointer, and it will make your whatever the task you have to do, it will make it very simple. I have given the last time I have given one example. Like if you want to do a particular task in Java, I'm just taking just example. Okay, suppose you want to do a file reading operation in Java, so you may ended up with writing a 10 line of code. But in Python, if you want to do a file reading, you can do it in 2 lines only. So in the size, or we can say lengthwise, when we are talking about the lengthwise, or we can say size wise, in Python you have to write a very less line of code to perform any operation. You don't have to write so much line of code to do particular task. You just can write a few lines and work is done. So yeah, it is good that we don't have to write so much line initially, and it is good for us that we can use our time in other things as well. We don't have to write so much lines to perform so like a particular operation. So that's why in machine learning or data science, so for many projects we are using Python, because in Python we are getting huge library support, and it is very easy. When we will proceed about the implementation of Python, you will get it how simple is Python is. Then we have discussed about interpreted. So have you downloaded this PyCharm or Python IDE, guys? Have you downloaded successfully? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Everyone,
sir.
everyone have you downloaded? Okay. So we'll start our first program of like in Python. And Python is very simple. You don't have to follow any kind of rule to write a program in Python. So we have executed Java programming language, and you have seen that in our first program we have to write public static void main string argument and class name. But initially we doesn't know what is this class, what is this public static void main. We are not getting that. So in Python you don't have to write any boilerplate code to start writing a code in Python. You can directly start. So we will write our first Java program today, and it is printing hello world. We can see it is a ritual we have to do. As we do any good thing, we will start with some chanting the name of God or doing some rituals. So as it is the start of our journey of Python programming language, we'll start with the printing hello world. Just take it as a ritual which we have to do. So we'll start implementing the Python, and it will be our first Python program we're going to write. So I will just open my Python. If you have Python, you can open Python, or otherwise you can use your IDE as well, which you have downloaded. So here how it look like. So when I open my Python, I have some already did works as well. So I can see here. See, in Python you don't have to write any line of code to do anything. Means suppose I want to write a line of code, and it is my first line, and if before writing my first line I have to write some prerequisite line of code, I have to write something before writing down what I wanted to do. So it is called as a boilerplate code or structure. So in Python you don't have to write any structure, you can directly write the code on this on your IDE. So how can do? So if you want to print something, so in Java we are using system.println, right? So if we wanted to print something in Python, we just have to use a print. Okay, only print function. What you have to do, just write here print. Okay, and inside this in double quote, we are going to pass hello world, and that's how it is, how easy it is. Okay, and now we know this. What is this double quote? How? What is this string? What is this function? Print is a function. It is predefined function. We are just passing hello world, and it will print. So after running this, I will choose current file, and after running this file, I will get my hello world. So it is how simple it is to start with Python. So yeah, here I can see my hello world. Are you getting this, guys? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is we have did our ritual. We have started printing our first program in Python. Let's move ahead. Let's discuss more about the Python. So whenever we start any programming language, we start with the variables, right? So we have discussed about variables in Java. So what is this variable? What is the meaning of this variable in programming languages? How does it work? So my first question is for you guys. What is by this variable? What is variable? What is variable? What do you think? Or can you recall this? What is variable? Yes.
Variable is a given name given to the memory location.
Yes, it is a name given to the memory location, and it is just a container, right? So variable is just a container which will have some values. Yes, can we say that, guys? Right? So variable is just a container which will have some values. Can we say that? Can we say like this, guys? Yes, everyone. We have worked with the variable. Okay. So can we say variable is a container having some value?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
everyone. I'm not getting response from everyone. Can we say
Yes.
variable
Yes,
is
sir.
just a container which having some values? Okay. So we have said variable is just a variable is just a container having some value. But what kind of value we can store in variable? Yes, guys. Can you recall it? Yeah, you can. Tell me what kind of value we can store in a variable? What kind of value we have stored in Java? What kind of value we can
Number,
store in variable?
decimal number, single character,
Yes. And
collection of character.
yes, remaining guys, can you recall it? So in variable, we can store a number. Okay. So we can store a number. Okay. And we can store a decimal number like a point number 0.2. Let's see. It is a decimal value, or we can say floating value. Then we can store a single character, and we can store a collection of character like a name. So can we say as a value inside a variable, we can store a number, we can store a floating value, we can store a single character, and we can store a collection of character. Can we say that? Can we say like this, guys? Yes. Can we say this? Yes. Can we say like this?
Yes.
We can store a variable inside a variable. We can store a number. We can store a floating value. We can store a single character, and we can store a collection of character. Can we say like this? Yes, everyone. Yes. Please respond. I'm not getting your voice. Right? So variable is just like a container which having some value. Okay. And whenever we discuss about this variable, we always ended up with discussing what? Data type. Whenever we talk about this variable, we always come closer to the data type, right? So whenever we discuss about variable, we talk about data type. So what is the data type? What does it mean? पता है data type क्या होता है? Yes. Yes, guys. Do you know what is my data type? So data type is a type of data. What type of data present in variable? What is my data type, guys? Yes. क्या होता है डेटा टाइप? So data type is a type of data present in variable. Okay, so we have talked about कि अच्छा, okay, so variable is a container having some value. So I will write this is my variable. Okay, this is my variable. So variable is a container having some value. Fine, but focus here. Okay, for every type of value, we say this. Can I say this number is a type of value? This floating number is also type of value. This A is also type of value. This Rohan is also type of value. So can we say it is a type of value, guys? Yes, everyone. Can we say this? That this number, decimal, single character, and collection of character is a type of value. Can we say this? It is a type of values we can store in a variable. Yes, yes, guys. So it is a type of value. So it is a type of value which we can store in a variable. Okay. Now, what is my data type? Data type means the type of data present in variable. So we have a values inside a variable, but what is the type of this value? What is this type? So in any programming language, we have talked about integer, right? Do you know what is my integer? Do you know what is my float? Do you know what is my character and string? पता है? Yes, guys. पता है
Yes.
string क्या होता है? Integer क्या होता है? Yes. Do you know integer? Do you know float? पता है? Character पता है? String पता है? Yes, guys. Please respond. पता है? Yes or no?
Yes,
Anyone?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. पता है.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So whenever we wanted to store any data, suppose I have this variable and I wanted to store a particular value inside this variable. Suppose I will call it as a. Okay? And I wanted to store a particular value inside a variable. So you have to specify first. Before inserting a value inside a variable, you have to specify which type of value it is. So you have to specify. That's why you have to first define the type of any variable. Whenever you create a variable, you have to first mention which type of value you are going to insert in that variable. Suppose I wanted to insert a integer value, or we can say number value. So I will say, hey, integer is a type. So yeah, integer is used for the number. A equal to, I will write 10. Are you getting this, guys? So when you write integer a equal to 10, you will insert a 10 as a value inside this variable. Are you getting this? Yes. समझ में आ रहा है? Yes. Yes, guys. Are you getting this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this? So before inserting a value inside any variable, we have to first specify its type. Suppose I wanted to store like a decimal value. I want to store a decimal value inside a variable. Again, you have to specify. You will say, hey, float is my type. For decimal value, we have a float as a data type. I will let float be is equal to 12 point. Okay, 12.5. Let's take. So first you have to mention the type. Okay, which type of data you wanted to store inside a variable. So you will say, hey, I wanted to insert a float value. So it is a b. Okay, and I want to store the floating value. So here you will get 12.5. Are you getting this, guys? So first you have to mention the type of the data and then you will insert value. समझ में आ रहा है? समझ में आ रहा है चीज, guys? How we create a variable actually. Clear है? Yes, everyone clear है? Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So actually how we create a variable? Whenever we talk about variable, how we can create a variable? सबसे पहले variable कैसे बनाते हैं? Data type, variable name equal to values, right? It is how we create a variable, right, guys? Data type, variable name equal to values. How to create a variables? Yes, guys, tell me how we can create a variable. What is the way to create a variables in Python or any programming language? How we can create a variable? First we have to specify the data type, then variable name equal to value. Are you getting this, everyone? Are you getting this, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if I wanted to store integer, so I will write integer a equal to 10. Fine. Then I will write float. Again, I wanted to store decimal value. I will let float be is equal to 12.5. You are done. We are already done with this. Okay, but I'm again explaining you. So if I want to store a character, I will write character c is equal to, in single quote we are passing character. We know how to store a character. Okay. In Java we have did this. So if I wanted to store a collection of character, or we can say string. So string is a type for a collection of character. I will write name is equal to in double quote we have to pass So it is how we create a variable, right? Data type variable name equal to values. Yes. So guys, can you tell me how we can create a variable? How, what is the way to create a variable? Yes, how to create a variable? Yes, guys, everyone. Akansa, Rupali,
Value.
Kunal, Payal, Prachiti, Rasika, Rusi, Sakshi, Santanu, Subhangi. Yes, tell me how to create a variable. Yes, yes. Tell me how to create a variable. Data type
Data type variable
Data
name is
type
equal to
value
value.
equals
value. Once again, guys, how to create a variable. Once again, tell me how to create a variable.
Data type variable equals to value.
Data type variable name equal to value. Yes, Sakshi, Rusi, Rasika, Prachiti, Payal. Tell me once again how to create a variable. Tanmay, Aditya, Akansa. Data type variable name equal to value. So it is how we can store, we can create a variable. But in Python, remember, in Python you don't have to worry about data type. In Python, you don't have to worry about data type. Yeah, this is data type, I want to store a number, so I will write integer first, then variable name equal to value. No, you don't have to worry about this. What you can do in Python, very simple. If you wanted to create a variable, you will directly write variable name. Okay, you will directly write variable name. Okay, equal to value. You will not like a very think about this data type. Okay, we have to know about data type. Okay guys, we should know what is data type. But in Python we don't have to write data type. You can directly create a variable. How? So how to create a variable? How to create a variable in Python directly. You don't have to write any kind of data type. Only variable name equal to value. Okay, so if I wanted to store a number, so I will write a equal to 100 directly. I will not write any data type directly in a equal to 10. Again, you don't have to every time in Java we mess up with ending semicolon. कभी हम भूल जाते हैं, कहीं पे सेमीकोलन होता है, कभी कहीं पे नहीं होता. तो पाइथन में अगर आप सेमीकोलन दोगे तो ठीक है, नहीं भी दिया तो भी ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. अगर यहाँ पे आप सेमी कोलन देते हो, इट विल बी फाइन. अगर नहीं भी देते हो, स्टिल इट विल नॉट गिव एनी काइंड ऑफ एरर. इन जावा यू आर गेटिंग एरर, राइट? बट इन पाइथन इट डजंट मैटर. यू कैन गिव, you cannot give. Okay, so I have written integer a equal to 10. So I will write b is equal to, I will write 12.8. I don't have to worry about this data type. Okay, there I will write c is equal to single quote, in single quote a. Are you getting this, guys? Okay, so in Python, we don't have to worry about data. You can directly declare a variable and insert a value. That's how easy it is. So again, I will create another variable. Let's say name is equal to, I will write Rohan, in double quote, I will write Rohan. You don't have to worry about this. You can directly create a variable and insert value. But always remember, it doesn't mean that this A doesn't have any type. It has a type, but you don't have to write it explicitly. It has a type, but you don't have to write. इसका type होता है, बट यू डोंट हैव टू राइट इट एक्सप्लिसिटली. आपको इसको लिखना नहीं पड़ता. यू डोंट हैव टू मेंशन कि ए का टाइप जो है 100 है. अब जब आप ए का टाइप 100 नहीं है, ये मेंशन नहीं करते हैं, तो उसको कैसे पता चलेगा इसका टाइप क्या है? क्योंकि हमें तो जावा में पता होता है कि इसका टाइप मेंशन करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. इन पाइथन व्हेन यू इंसर्ट अ वैल्यू इनसाइड एनी वेरिएबल, उसका इंटरप्रेटर पाइथन का इंटरप्रेटर अपने आप कंक्लूड कर लेता है बेस्ड अपॉन द वैल्यू यू हैव इंसर्टेड इन अ वेरिएबल. Automatically the interpreter will conclude, okay, so the user has inserted 100, so the type of a is an integer. The user has inserted 12.6, the type of b is a float. The user has inserted a, so the type of c is character. The user has inserted this collection of characters, so it is a strings. You don't have to mention it, it will automatically conclude it based upon the input you are giving or the value you are storing. Okay, so I can print, I will just print A, I can print A, I can print B. Okay, so I can print C. Okay, I'm just printing A, B, C, whatever the variable we have created, D. Okay, so A, B, C, D. So after running this, we can get here I'm getting, so sorry, I don't have a D, I have name. Okay, so I have created variable and just printed it. So here I will get my output like 10, 100, 12.5, Rohan, and yeah, it is how we can create a variable and print it. Are you getting this, guys? How easy it is? Yes, समझ में आ रहा है, guys?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this? It is very easy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But always remember, it is not like that. It doesn't have any type. So if I will in print, I will write first type. So here we have one function which is type. So in print statement, I will write type. Okay, type is a function, and I will open parenthesis, and inside this I will pass a. Okay, so I have printed print type of a. So if I will print this, what you will get? See, you are getting class integer. Are you getting this? Means it the type of this data or this type of this a is what? Integer. So this is what you are getting after printing the type of that a. Are you getting this, guys? Are you getting this? Can we say this a has a type of integer? But we haven't written this explicitly. So, but it has a type. Same way, if I will do the same thing for another variable as well. So I will write here same. I will just paste it. Okay, so pt1. So I will just paste it here, and I will print the type of every variable we have created. Okay, just remove this. So here is a, here is b. We have here we have a c. Here we have a name. So let's print it. Let's see what is the output we are getting. So see what we are getting. We are getting integer, so it is an integer type value a. Then we are getting float because 12.6 is a float value. Then what we are getting like character. So character is a type of this. So we are getting all the type of data we have here, but you haven't mentioned it explicitly. Here we are getting string. So we'll discuss about why we are getting string here. But for now, let's just take like this. We are getting the type of this. Okay, that we can say we haven't written any type of this variable, but it has a type. We don't have to worry about this type. Itna clear hai? Yes, guys. How to create a variables in Python? Is that clear to you, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now uh, we can do some arithmetic operations here as well. So suppose I have a is equal to 10. I have like a b is equal to, let's take I have 120. So we know about operators. Okay. We have learned about operators in Java. So if I want to calculate sum, I will directly write sum is equal to a plus b. Yeah. So you will get a sum. If I want to calculate subtraction, you will write sub is equal to a minus b. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, guys. Then if you want to calculate multiply, so you will write a star b. We know about operators, so a star b. So you will calculate multiply. If you wanted to go division, so yeah, so you can divide. So divide is equal to a slash b. So here you can easily calculate the value of the operations of arithmetic sum, subtraction, multiplication, division. You can directly calculate. Yeah, how it is, how easy. So again, I will print sum. Okay, then print subtraction. Okay, here I have subtraction. Then print multiply. I can print multiply and print divide. Yeah, how it is, very easy, very easy to execute. So if I will print this, what is the output we are getting? Let's see. After running this program, what is the output we are getting? Yeah, we are getting the all the operations like 120, 80, and this is the output we are getting. Are you getting this, guys? How simple, right? Very simple to execute. Yes, is that clear, everyone? Guys, is that clear how we perform a basic arithmetic operations in Python?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear, everyone? If you have any issue with this, please let me know. I will explain you. If you have any kind of problems, I will let you know. I will explain. Yes, everyone. Anyone have any issue? Yes, Prachiti, Rasika, Santanu, Subhangi, Sakshi, Prachiti, Khushi,
No, sir.
Gopal. Yes, anyone have any issue? Yes. Okay, because you have
No, sir.
you will get assignment question on this. Huh? You will have to solve the assignment question on this Python on the first chapter, which is variable. As we have did in Java, we have practiced so much questions. So again, we are going to do the same thing in the journey of Python programming as well. We are going to practice as much questions as we can practice daily on the basis of assignment, right? So again, you know how to submit the assignment as we have did in like our Java classes. Fine. So it is how we can do. But in Python, uh, let's take a look. So if I'm dividing, when I divide, okay. So when I divide, there is a possibility that you will get a floating value, right? When you divide some number with some lower number with higher number, you will get a point value, right? You will get a decimal value. Yes, just divide 7 and 7 divided by 2. what is the output you are getting? If you will divide 7 by 2, what is the output you are getting, guys? If you will divide 7 by 2, what is the output you are getting? Yes, what is the value of this? Yes, you will get some point value, right? Yes,
Yes.
yes. Or we can say, don't take this example. Let's take 17 by 2. What is the output of this? Or let's take 23, or you will get some values, or you will get some floating values. Okay, let's go for 17 divided by 5. You will get some floating value, right? You will get some point value. You will get some point values. And that's what we are getting here. So if, when I will just remove this lines just to keep it simple, and I will calculate divide. So I will write divide is equal to, I will write a slash, let's take odd number, so a slash 7. So a slash 7, it will give me some float value. Okay, so yeah, so this is the float value you're getting, 14.2857. This is the floating value you're getting. Okay, but I don't want this float value, guys. Listen up. I don't want this float value. What I mean, after point, this value I don't want. I only want this integer value. This is a float value I'm getting. I don't want this point values. I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in only integer value. Means if I'm getting output like this, I'm interested in only 14. I don't want this point values. If you want to do, if you wanted to remove that, yeah, we can remove. And it is called as a float division, huh? It called as a float division. You divide, you will get like a float values. And if you want, no, I'm not interested in float value, just remove that. You just have to apply one more slash here. So a double slash b, and double slash, whenever you see a double slash, huh, it's meaning that it is a float division. Float division. Okay, it is called as a float division or integer division. Okay, it is called as a float division or integer division. What does it mean? So after dividing any number with some number, you will get some float value. There is a possibility that you will might end it, you will might get some float values. So you say, oh no, I'm not interested in float value, just give me an integer value. So in that case, you will directly add a double slash whatever the number is, and after running this here, you can see you are getting this, just getting this 14. You are not getting floating values. Are you getting this? Yes, guys, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So it is how easy to start and working with Python. So we have created some variable, we have did some arithmetic operations, and yeah, very very easy to execute with this Python. Okay. So in Java, or we know term about how to take input from user. Okay, how to take input from console. So scanner class we use to take input from console in Java. So if you want to take input at runtime from user, okay, so if you wanted to take input from user at runtime, so we are creating variable, but we are like just storing the value. You are a programmer, you are storing the value inside that, but you want the user should store the value inside that. You are not going to store that. Okay, like a password, user will enter the password, you will not enter the password, right? So if you wanted to take the input from user, so we have to use input method. Okay, very very simple. You just have to use a input method. Whenever you wanted to take input from user, you just have to use a input method. No importing class, no input, not like importing classes or making objects and then using those objects to do some operations as we do in scanner class. So in Python, very very easy to do. How we can do? See here. So I will write a is equal to, I will write a is equal to input. Here I will write a is equal to input. Okay, a is equal to input, and inside this I can write enter the number one. Yeah, very very simple. So a is equal to input, enter the number one. Same I will copy this, I will paste, and I will make this b. So a is equal to, or we can say n1. Let's take n1 is equal to and n2. Okay, so a is equal to input enter number one, b is equal to input enter number two. Okay, or we will make this simple. Let's take, I will write name. Okay, name is equal to, I will write input. Okay, write input parenthesis, and here I will write, okay, enter your name. Fine, I will write enter your name, and after that I will just print name. Very very simple. Okay, so we will take this input from user, huh? We will take input from user, enter the name, and we will just print it. Okay, let's see how we can work out. So I'm running this program. After running, it will ask you, hey, enter the name. Okay, it is asking you enter the name. Okay, so I will enter I am John. Okay, after enter you will get I am John. Are you getting this, guys? How easy to take an input from user in Python? Yes, yes, everyone. Do you know? Okay, so if you want to take an input from user, which method we have to use? Input method we have to use. Which method we have to use, guys? Yes, if you want to take an input from user, which method you have to use?
Input.
Input method.
Input method, huh? Okay, so yeah, very very easy. We have did nothing, we have imported nothing, we have not created an object, and we have like use this import, or we can say taken the like an input from runtime. We have did nothing, huh? Just input is equal to enter the name. Fine, I will do the same thing. I will try to do some operations. So I will write n1 is equal to, I will write again, I will write input, and I will write enter n1. Okay, same thing I will write for n2. I will take two number, so I will write n2 is equal to input. Okay, so I will write enter n2. Fine, so I will take n1 n2 as an input, and I will write sum is equal to a plus b, or we can say n1 plus n2. Okay, after that I will print sum. Yeah, very easy. So I have taken two numbers as a input, and I have calculated sum and printed it. Very easy. So let's run this. How we can do, how we can execute. So yeah, see, so here we have number one, so it is saying enter number one, so I will write 10, enter number two 20, and after this what we are getting 10 and 20. Or let me run this one more time, and here I will make some space so that we can understand this. So I will let enter number one and enter number two. Okay, so it will not mismatch, that's why I have formatted it. And let's run this right now. So we are going to first give the input of this n1 and n2. Let's see what will happen. Very very easy, huh, guys, in Python. So easy to work out with Python program. Okay, let's go. Let's try to give the two input. It will ask you number one, number two. Okay, so it is asking number one, so I will give number is equal to, let's take, I will write 10, number two 20, and after enter, what is the output you are getting? You are getting 10 1 0 2 0. You are getting 10 20, but 10 and 20 should be 30 na. You are getting 1020. Okay, so 10 and 20 is not a 1020, it is a 30. Okay, so why we are getting 10 and 20 as a 30? Oh, sorry, why we are getting 10 and 20 1020? Because always remember, okay, always remember, okay, whenever you take input, okay, from runtime, it will it will always take in the form of string. Are you getting this? Whenever you take input from user, it will always take in the form of string. वो string form में आएगा, वो integer में नहीं आएगा. आपको तो चाहिए integer में, but it is coming in the form of string. So what happened when you have written, when you have typed 10, so it is take the 10 as like this. And when you have typed 20, so it just what it did, it just concatenate 10 and 20, and you are getting what, 1020. Are you getting this, guys? So it is in the form of string. Whenever you take input from user, it will always take in the form of string. Are you getting this, guys? Everyone, please.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you take input from user, in which form it will take? Yes, whenever you take any input from user, in which form it will take? जब भी आप इनपुट लेते हो रन टाइम पे, तो वो किस फॉर्म में आएगा, किस फॉर्म में लिया जाएगा? यस, आदित्य, आकांक्षा, आकांक्षा, गोपाल, खुशी, पायल, स्ट्रिंग फॉर्म में आएगा. किस फॉर्म में आएगा? स्ट्रिंग में आएगा, बराबर.
String.
ऑलवेज स्ट्रिंग में आएगा. और आपको स्ट्रिंग में नहीं चाहिए, यू डोंट वांट दैट डेटा इन स्ट्रिंग. सो यहाँ पे आता है डेटा टाइप कन्वर्जन. ओके, so we can convert the data type. We have seen this in Python, sorry, Java. What is this data type conversion? So here I'm getting the data in the string form, but I don't want the string form, I want integer. So what you will do, very very easy, you will just cut this line and you will open integer, you will write integer and open parenthesis, and inside this you will pass this input statement. What you have did, you have written integer and open brace closing brace, okay, parenthesis. After inside this you will pass this input statement, okay. So means that whatever input you will take in you with the help of input, okay, whatever the input you are taking with the help of input method, it will convert it with the in this integer by, because you are wrapping this input statement with the integer. Again I will tell you, so here I will remove this, okay, I will open integer parenthesis, just wrap this integer with this input method. So I have, what I have did, I have cut this, and inside this integer I have added this. So you can see I have wrapped this input statement with the integer. And now if you will run this, what you will get? You will get the string, but it will be converted into integer. Let's say I will write 10, I will write 20, and now you will get 30. Yes, guys, are you getting this? How to do a data type conversion, or how simple we do a conversion of data type, conversion of string into like a number. Are you getting this? Yes, everyone. Is that clear? Yes, everyone. Is that clear to you? इतना clear?
Yes, sir.
कोई प्रॉब्लम, आपको नहीं समझा हो तो पूछो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Ask me if you haven't understand it in whatever I have told you. You can ask me freely. If you have not understand this data type conversion, it's fine, totally fine. Okay, but if you know how to create a variable, like how to take input from user, then it will be fine. But if you have not understand it, it's fine, we will repeat it again. Okay, but it is how the basic data type conversion is happen. Always remember, whenever you take input from user, it will always be taken in the form of string, and if you want in number or other type, you have to convert it. So that is how we work with variables and input types, or we can say how to we can take a input from runtime. So it is how we can do this. Is it easy? It is easy, right, guys? Easy na? Easy hai? Yes, Antara Sumangi Rusi. Is it easy? Very, very easy, right? Yes, Akansa, Himanshu, Kushi. Yes, easy hai, right?
Yes, sir.
It is
Yes.
we create a variable. We have worked out with input methods in Python.